Strangled your fiancee?
Yeah.
And when that man that you love, he's squeezing the life out of your throat.
In front of my kids.
He did it in front of your children.
I get the tendency to have me a drink and she get the yapping off at the mouth, and I probably muff up a little bit.
How long has he been abusive to you?
For 6 years.
Get her in line a little bit.
You've been locked up in the past 2 weeks for beating her up. 2 kids, 6 years later, and he's got 30 days to change. Why would he change when you don't make him change? Dee-Dee, you're 15 years old.
I've been running with the gang. I've been side by side in the drive-by. I've seen people killed. I started to realize that the stuff I was doing was wrong. I've seen my little sister trying to do it.
I'm getting high, running the streets, fighting. And I've been doing it since I was 10.
She's thinking about stealing cars, having sex with older people.
Lost your virginity at 11 years old.
Yeah, I'm addicted to sex already.
She's trying to be like me.
She wants me to change, but no one can change me.
You're being stupid. This life that you're living is not fun. You need to stop. The gang isn't going to be there for you.
Welcome to the show. My guest is Wadall. And Wadall, I'm going to read some things, and you tell me if these things you've done, okay?
All right.
Strangled your fiancé?
Before, yeah.
Hits your fiancé in front of your children?
No.
In and out of jail 13 times over the past 2 years?
No.
How many times?
I don't know, actually.
And cheated on your fiancé several times?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Verbally abuse your fiancé?
Yeah, something like that.
So why, first of all, Wadall, you strangle a woman, you strangle the mother of your children, right?
Yeah, something like that, man.
Okay, well, why don't you stand up and tell your story to me? How is it something like that?
Oh, just like, I get the tendency to have me a drink and she get the yapping off at the mouth or whatever. I'll be in the right state of mind, and then, I'll probably muff her up a little bit.
And muff her up means what?
Get her up off of me, like when she raising her hands or raising her voice at me or something.
You give her a slap, a crack, choke?
No, I just muff her up, like, probably grab her by the jaw or something and push her back.
But you actually strangled her at one time, too.
Well, probably so. I can't really remember right now. I had the tendency to black out a little bit, though, when I'm off the alcohol.
And how long you been with this woman?
Well, this February, it'll be about like 7 years, going on 7 years.
And how many children do you have with her?
We got like we got 2 beautiful girls together.
2 beautiful girls?
Yeah.
I gotta imagine you're a pretty big guy. Somebody mess with your daughters, you probably get really pissed off, huh?
Yeah, I'll probably pull out that gauge or something,
Take it to that extreme even,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
And so, but when it comes to the woman that bore him, all bets are off. You put your hands out, you do whatever you want to.
Well, yeah, to get her in line a little bit.
No, I don't know, and I don't get that logic at all. Why is it okay that you put your hands on her?
I mean, I'm just saying, it ain't okay, but I'm just saying, when I'm off that liquor a little bit,
If you got a problem with alcohol, when you start hitting the mother of your children, maybe it's time to stop drinking. Does a woman have a right to come home and be with her man and with her children and have an expectation of being safe? Wouldn't every woman have that right? Won't your 2 little girls, when they grow up, wouldn't they have that right, that expectation?
But I'll be wanting my girl to see that stuff, though, you know what I'm saying? She be knowing what she be doing, though, you know what I'm saying?
The girl that you're with, she's somebody's daughter, right? And
Yeah.
I'm sure when they had her and she was a little girl and she was watching Sesame Street, I'm sure there was some man or some woman in her life that didn't want some guy slapping her around, putting his hands around her throat, muffing her up, doing all those kind of things. I certainly don't want it for my daughter when she grows up, and I hope I teach her good enough as a father.
So what would you do if somebody had sex with somebody in your family, your girl or whatever?
With my wife?
You married?
Yeah, I'm married. That's my wife right there.
What if your wife has sex with somebody, your brother or something?
With my brother?
Or whoever,
All right,
anybody in your
if
family?
she had sex with anybody,
What would you do?
I'd probably get divorced.
You'll get divorced?
Yeah, I'd probably get divorced. What am I going to do, beat her up?
No, I ain't saying you gonna beat her up.
Slap her around maybe a little bit? Put my hands around her throat?
Oh, you
Cut
wanna do
off
that?
her air supply? Nah, that's not me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'd be pissed off. I'd be mad. I'd be enraged. And I know I'm going to lose a good woman and everything I had and lose the mother of my children. She won't be in my house anymore.
You probably muff up, too.
You find a woman I ever put my hands on. You go and find one.
You the man then, I guess, huh?
I'm not the man. I am a man. And I think a real man doesn't put his hands on a woman.
Okay.
What do you feel about that?
I mean, you know, I did what I did. You know, I'm facing the consequences right now.
And what's the consequences?
You know, I got in trouble with the law about it. You know.
Let me ask you, if the law didn't, if there was no consequences, would you stop? Would you stop hitting her? Would you stop choking her? Let me ask you, if the law didn't, if there was no consequences, would you stop? Would you stop hitting her? Would you stop choking her?
Yeah, I probably would.
Probably?
I mean, you know, it first is going to start with me, you know. I know that already.
You're 29 years old. It's not like you're some kid running the streets. You're a grown man. You're a father of 2 children. What the hell are you thinking? You've been locked up in the past 2 weeks for beating her up. In the past 2 weeks. This ain't ancient history. This is an ongoing thing. And you honestly don't think your little girl's not going to grow up knowing what you did, how you treated their mother? And you know what's sick? Then women like that, they grow up and they think that's the way they're supposed to be treated. They think that's the way it is. And you give them a lifetime pass to get slapped by some man thinking it's all right. You better believe the damage you're doing, whether you want to believe it or not. And you know, as bad as that is, 2 weeks ago, you get a $20,000 settlement. And your fiancé says you spent it all on yourself, bought nothing for your 2 children, and that she had to go out and even borrow money from a friend for diapers. $20,000. So did you spend any money on your little girls?
Few bucks here and there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We and her was feuding or whatever. I probably
spend more than a few bucks
I probably
on
should have
yourself?
left a little bit more money behind than what I did, but you know, I went out splurging, doing what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? We trying to work or whatever, though. You know?
You know what? You're a father. You are a father. At what point you're out running around splurging and acting a fool? Exactly when do you grow up?
Hopefully soon here, then, man. You know?
Hopefully. Spend any of that money on other women?
No.
Think about it for a while.
I mean, you know.
Man,
I mean,
maybe a few drinks.
If a drink here and there is what you want to call spending on a woman, then yeah.
Did you buy anything for your kids?
No.
Why is that?
I haven't had time to even be around the kids.
You've been time
when I
buying
was
strange
doing what I was
females in the
doing.
bar drinks, but you can't buy your own children a present? You could that time running, splurging, spending, buying women drinks that aren't the women you're with, but you don't have time for your 2 special women? You don't have time to go buy them something? Diapers? Why are you here?
To ask my fiance for forgiveness.
For forgiveness?
Yeah, for what I done.
And why should she forgive you?
Because I think I can make a change with this stuff here, what I done did, you know?
And when are you going to make that change?
As soon as possible. I haven't drank in like about a week.
Wow, that's willpower, man.
Oh, yeah? That's what it is?
Do you think that's what it is?
Whatever, man.
Whatever. The Song of the Coward. I love it. Think she'd do anything to deserve this kind of treatment? Your fiancé should do anything bad that you had to do this to her?
She just need to watch her mouth, you know what I'm saying, when she talking to me.
She has
I
to
be
watch her
telling her.
mouth.
Just feel like calm down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be all right. She just keep on yapping off, telling her friends everything. What they got to do with my business?
So your girl says you drink too much, do you?
I don't think I do.
Well, how much do you drink?
I
Enough
mean,
where you're blacking out afterwards.
I mean, just when I drink, I drink.
When you
know what I'm
drink, you
saying?
drink.
Yeah.
And when you don't, you don't.
When I don't, I don't.
You're a pretty smart guy.
Yeah, I know.
But you drink so much that when you drink, you'll lose control and you start doing things that you shouldn't be doing, right?
Yeah.
Slapping her around a little bit, muffing her, doing whatever you do. So you don't have control of yourself as a man when you're drinking. You might do something real stupid. You might end up even in jail, right? It
Yeah,
happens.
sometimes.
Sometimes. How many 29 years old, how many times you been locked up?
Say about 24, 25 times.
How often you drink?
When I'm in the house with her, every chance I can get out the house,
So when you get out of the house, you start drinking.
I sneak off to the liquor store or something.
And you said you cheat on her, right?
Yeah, I cheated on her.
She cheat on you?
And she cheated on me in the past.
Why would you stay with a woman like that? If you're doing
Because
that,
I love her.
Because you love her.
Yeah, I love her.
And how do you show that love?
I've been showing it here and there, you know.
Here and there. Well, let's bring her out. Let's hear what she has to say.
And you want me to sit
I don't
down?
know why you think this is such a joke.
Huh?
You act like this is a damn joke. This is serious. And you're getting on my damn nerves. I'm watching you back there and I'm getting pissed off. For real. Because it's all so funny. But it's not funny. It's old and it's stupid. You look like a dumbass.
How long you been
Getting
with them?
so old. 6 years.
6 years, and how old are your children?
2 and 8 months.
How long has he been abusive to you?
For 6 years.
Okay, this is a crazy question. Why
Why?
would you stay with this man and have children with him?
Because Wadall
when
has a
he's
lot of
abusive?
potential. He can be a good person, and anybody can say whatever they want to say, but when Waddell's sober,
nobody's going to say anything.
when
We're
Waddell's
only hearing
sober,
what
he's
you
a
say.
wonderful person. He really is. When he's been drinking, he acts like a completely different person, and he takes a lot of it out on me, and that's what I'm sick of.
And how does he take it out on you?
He likes to get loud and start talking, and then we get to arguing. He says I run my mouth. I don't see how it's running my mouth when I'm just, I'm just asking for a change. I'm not asking for too much.
So you ever you told our producers he strangled you. That must have scared you. Big guy, put his hand around your neck. This is a guy that you obviously have
Love.
some level of trust with, right? Love. And when that man that you love, that man that you're having children with, he's squeezing the life out of your throat. What the hell's going
In
through
front
your
of
mind?
my kids.
What's that?
In front of my kids.
He did it in front of your children.
In front of my 2-year-old.
What is going through your mind when he's
She
doing
didn't
that?
see that.
She did see it. She was laying in the bed.
She was laying in the bed. We was in the front room.
It was in the bedroom up against the wall.
So it's better that you choked her out of sight.
It's not good at all.
That's my point. And you called the police and they got locked up.
Yeah, I waited until he fell asleep.
I'm sure the police
don't
were
think
very
it's
happy
funny.
about that. Made things easier for them, right? I'm told you want to marry him?
We've talked about it, but you see, I ain't done it
And why don't you?
because I don't feel right about it right now.
Okay.
Until Waddell changes.
And how long will you give him the change?
Well, a week ago, I told him 30 days. He's got 30
How
days.
about you've given him 6 years?
I know.
And so what, another 30 days? And what happens after that? Another 30 days?
No. 30 days.
And what happens after, and what changes has he got to make?
Well, getting a stable job. Stop arguing around the kids.
What about the drinking?
And that's the biggest thing.
And what does he have to do? Stop drinking?
He needs to.
And you say that's when all the problems start, is when he starts drinking.
Yes, sir.
How about the fact that he comes in all this money, doesn't spend any on you, Doesn't spend any on your two little girls, but he spends it on himself.
At first, I couldn't even control myself. I almost had a nervous breakdown, and my mom had to get me under control because I was so pissed off. I've calmed down a little bit, but I think it's messed up. He didn't even buy his kids a pack of Pampers. Nothing. Not a damn, nothing. Nothing.
Do you think he's a good father?
Yes.
So let me get this straight.
To his children.
Drinks too much, beats the mother of his children, right?
Make it like I
He
beat her
doesn't
like
beat.
that.
It's not like that. It's not like he beats me on a regular basis, but yes. he
Semi-regular basis?
does. He puts his hands on me.
2 weeks ago, he strangled you and went to
Yes.
jail for it.
Yes.
I don't know. What would you call it? You want to downplay it. If you're here and he's a good guy and you're okay with that, and you're okay with him trying to strangle you, why are you downplaying his actions?
I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with it.
You yourself said your 2-year-old daughter saw it.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly does he have to do for you to say, no more? My God, why would he change when you don't make him change? You don't play the law down.
That is the truth.
My thing is, it's smiling, it's funny.
It's funny.
But you know the truth
I'm
is,
laughing at you.
I'm glad. I'm glad you're laughing at
It's
me.
not funny.
You tolerate it,
So
and he
then
knows you're not
he
going
knows
to
I'm
do
not
anything.
serious.
He doesn't have to change because you're going to keep putting up with it. You went to jail 2 weeks ago for choking her out, for strangling her. And why'd you wait till he was asleep? Because you were scared of him?
Yeah.
Because if you would have been calling 911, what would
I
you have
wouldn't have
done?
been able to.
You wouldn't have been able to. Because he would have physically stopped you from calling, right? So he goes to jail. You actually get him out of the house. He's in jail.
It's fine.
Why do you let him back in?
I don't know.
You don't know? See,
Stupidity.
here's the thing, Jackie. You try to really help somebody. And from what you're saying, sounds like a very serious situation,
is.
like a bad, screwed up situation. And then you try to help, you try to rectify the problem, you remove the problem, and then a week later, you're letting them back in. You know what? It seems like you're okay with this. Yeah. It seems like, no, I got to say, I don't see a whole lot of passion in you. I don't even see that you're scared of this guy. I think you're just tolerating it. I don't think you want to.
Why would she be scared?
Why would she be scared?
Yeah.
If somebody tried to choke me out and I had to wait to call the police until they were asleep, I think that's reason enough that I would say I'm scared.
She done broke my nose and everything before.
She broke your nose.
Yeah, she broke my nose.
So you're the victim up here. You're the domestic violence victim up here, huh? I should be protecting you.
I was that day.
Right? I should
was
be
the victim that day.
You need my help? You need my help to protect you?
I probably needed you that day.
That
No.
day. Well, you know
You
what?
deserved it.
You know what? Again, I don't want to waste any more time. I don't want to waste my audience time.
Right.
I don't think you're serious about it. When you're serious and you really want my help, then you call me and I'll come back. Dee-Dee, you're 15 years old. Why are you here?
Well, Steve, I've been running with the gang. This is my second time on probation. I actually am supposed to have a leg monitor on my leg. I don't have it on right now because of the flight. I'm supposed to have it on 24/7. For the gang, I've sold crack, sold weed, smoked cocaine, weed. Actually, to this day, I still smoke weed. And everything I've done for the gang. I've been side by side in drive-by. And I did it all for the gang, you know. They showed me unconditional love.
And so you're doing drive-bys.
Yes, I was
And
side by side in a driveway.
Side by side in driveways. Is that an act of unconditional love to somebody?
They were there for me.
Why would you be in a gang to begin with?
My mother worked 2 jobs. She was never home. When she was home, I was at school.
She's a single mother,
Yes,
working 2 jobs, trying to support her children.
yes.
Let me know when you get to the bad part.
She was never there. She was always at work. She was never home with the kids. She was
But
struggling.
your mom's not. She's not on drugs or anything, right?
No,
She's not a prostitute,
no.
heroin addiction. Just a single mother working 2 jobs.
Yes.
So you got nothing bad to say about your mother.
She was never there.
She ever beat you?
No.
Doesn't beat you, not drinking, not doing drugs, working 2 jobs to support her family. Gosh, you know what that sounds like to me? Unconditional love.
But at the same time, that is exactly what the gang was showing me. You know, at least I was with somebody who I knew cared for me.
Or you think that cares for
Yeah,
you.
I thought they cared for me.
You say that you wear a leg monitor, right?
Yes,
Because you're under house arrest.
yes.
Now, what's the next step after an ankle monitor? Someday you'll be going to jail, right?
Yes.
Who's going to come visit you, your mother or the gang?
I realized that the hard way. The gang pulled me away from my family. And then they turned their backs on me. I started to realize that the stuff I was doing was wrong. I see my little sister doing it. She looks up to me. She follows in my footsteps.
And how does that make you feel?
It hurts me to death. Like I said, I've been side by side in a drive-by. I've seen people killed. I've had to be on the streets selling coke and weed to get money for the gang. And I realized I've seen my little sister trying to do it, trying to get in the gang, and I realized that's not what I want. I don't want my little sister trying to be like me. And if she does want to be like me, I want my life to be the right life.
You've already, at the age of 15, have been charged with 2 felonies?
Yes.
And you've been taken to juvenile centers,
Yes.
juvenile detention. You're 15 now. When did you start getting involved in these gang activities?
When I was 14 years old.
So you
13,
did it for like a
14.
year, a couple of years?
Yeah,
I'm told that you cut yourself.
I do.
And why would you cut yourself?
After the gang turned their backs on me, like I said, I had nobody. I had turned my back on my family. I thought the gang was gonna be there for me. It turns out they didn't care about me. Once I hit in trouble, they left me. They didn't come by and see me. I got really upset about that. I started cutting on my arms, on my legs.
And what do you use? A knife or a razor blade? What?
I break a shaving razor and use that razor.
And when you're doing it, what do you get out of it, cutting your own flesh?
The pain goes away mentally for the time that you cut.
But isn't there something else that you can do? Talk to your mother? Talk to your sister?
I was always afraid that I would get rejected.
Are you done with the cutting now?
Yes.
Okay, so and how were you able to stop?
I sat down and I realized cutting's nothing good. Once you get done cutting, once that pain comes back, the problem's still gonna be there. You have to solve your problems, talk to somebody, tell them how you feel, you know?
And I'm told you're having sex with older men.
Yes.
And why are you doing that?
The younger men only want one thing, and that's not what I'm looking for. The older men show me the love and compassion that a man should show his girlfriend.
Really? And these older men, how old are they?
19, 18.
I'm going to give you a little clue. They all want the same thing. And you are on house arrest for what?
Stealing cars.
Stealing cars. And you're here today because you have a little sister that's 13 years old.
Yes.
From what I understand, you're saying you understand that we're going down a really bad path.
I'm ready to change.
You're ready to change. And the worst thing that could happen is if your sister follows in your footsteps with some of the things that you did.
I started talking to her about the stuff that I was doing, but I realized I shouldn't have done that. She was only 12 years old, 13 years old at the time. She takes everything to heart. She's going to start following me, and that's not what I want. I want her to see that my life is not the life she wants to have.
And what is your sister doing?
She is trying to run with the gang. She's thinking about stealing cars. She is having sex with older people. She's trying to be like me. And that is exactly what I do not want for her.
Do you blame yourself for this?
I do.
Because of the...
For talking to her about it and telling her how I was.
Did you glamorize it when you were talking to her?
I did.
Dee-Dee, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go backstage. I'm going to talk to your sister. I'm going to bring her out, talk to you, and I'll give you a chance to come out and talk to your sister. All right? If you'll go back out there. All right, Dee-Dee's sister is 13 years old. Her name is Abigail. Let's bring her out. How you doing, Abigail?
I'm good.
You want to sit down?
No.
No? Can I sit down? You don't mind, do you? Because I'm old and I'm tired. So your older sister's here, and she's 15 years old, and she talks about doing a lot of bad things. Being in a gang, figures, the gang ain't so great, changes her ways, she starts cutting herself, mutilating her own body. What do you think about those things?
You know, I really don't care. You know, that's her. That's her problem. I don't do it, so it's all her.
It's all her? You don't care about anything that your sister does?
No.
Do you love your sister?
Yeah.
She's worried that she's been a bad role model for you, Abigail. She feels that your sister comes on. It's got to be tough for a 15-year-old girl to come on TV and say, I've been a bad big sister and I'm leading my little sister down a bad path. I don't want my little sister to go down there. Don't you think that's pretty brave of your sister to come on here and do that?
Well, no, because she's faking it. Once we get back home, she's going to go ahead and do what she was doing. She's going to still act bad. She's just faking it.
She's faking it?
Yes.
So what's the whole point of this?
She thinks she wants me to change, but no one can change me.
Why can't we change you?
Because,
what are you doing wrong?
You know, I'm getting high, running the streets, fighting. I go and drive-bys. I do whatever. I do everything when my gang wants me to, so I go ahead and do it.
Is that a really smart way to live your life, that join a group of people that are just doing idiotic things and you're going along because they say to do it?
I mean, I don't care. It's fun.
Is it fun? Is it really fun to, like, do hurtful things to other people?
Yeah, it actually is.
And how is it fun? How do you take pleasure out of that?
Because if I get mad or anything, I could take it out on somebody else. It really don't matter. My mom's not there to listen, either is my sister.
You're in a gang, smoking weed at 13, sleeping with older men.
Yep.
Lost your virginity at 11 years old. You slept with 3 or 4 guys since. You also date women. So at 13 years old, you're all over the place. When you say you're sleeping with older men, how old the men are you sleeping with?
19.
19. And why do you think you're sleeping with these 19-year-olds?
Because, I'm addicted to sex already. It don't bother me. Age ain't nothing but a number. I don't really care.
When you go to see a doctor someday and he either tells you you're pregnant or you got HIV or you got something else, will it just be a number then? Maybe I lived to 15 or 16 or 17?
It really won't bother me. I don't care.
It really won't bother you. You'll sit there in the face of death at 15, 16, 17 and say, I don't care.
Yep.
I'm going to die.
I really don't care.
How did you develop such toughness at such a young age?
Because I was raised in the hood and
You
I
were
got
raised
taught.
in the hood and they
Yep.
taught you. And what makes you tough?
Because I get in fights, you know,
get in fights.
everybody's scared of me, and I don't
Everybody's
care.
scared of you.
Yep.
Well, exactly what are they scared of?
You know, me, just me.
Just you. I'm sorry, but I have a lack of fear right now.
I really don't care.
Oh Lord. How so you're a sex addict at 13. How often are you having sex?
Probably twice a day.
Twice a day. Do you use any kind of birth control or protection for yourself? Nothing.
Nope.
No interest in protecting yourself. And is there anything that you do care about?
My gang.
Your gang. The almighty gang. And what does the gang do for you?
They get me money. They get me weed.
They give you money. And they give you weed. What else do they give you?
They give me love.
So family means nothing to you?
Nope.
So if somebody walked up and shot your mother in the head, you wouldn't care?
Nope.
No. But does this gang teach you anything?
Yep.
Tell me what they teach you.
You know how to fight, stand up
How
for
to fight.
myself.
You know how to fight?
Yep.
Can you show me a punch?
No,
Why not?
because I have to have somebody up here.
Officer Mike, can you come up here, please? Police officer's gonna arrest you.
I'm not gonna fight him.
You don't have to fight. He's not gonna
I
do
ain't
anything.
even gonna do anything to you.
I just want to see a punch. You don't have to. Just pretend he's there and throw a punch at him.
No.
Right here, right here.
The gang teaches you how to fight.
No.
Right? Yeah, you're the toughest girl, 13-year-old on the planet.
No.
Here's a freebie. I'll tell you what. Forget Officer Mike. Give Uncle Steve a slap.
No.
Just give me one of those, you know, like I'm one of the other gang girls from another gang.
No.
I spit on your gang.
No.
What do you think your future is?
I mean, I do go to school.
Oh, you do go to school. Why?
Because, I mean,
Won't the gang
I like
just
school.
take care? Don't you get a pension plan from the gang?
No, I mean, I like going to school.
You like going to school. And what do you like about going to school?
Because, I mean, I like my teachers. And
You must like learning then. So how can that be? If you like going to school and you actually like your teachers and you like learning, which is very good to hear, then how could you possibly think that any of these other people, if they're in this gang or whatever you want to call it, how could they possibly try to do anything for you? These teachers are there, and why are they there? To help you get along, to be a better person, so you can do something with your life. You could achieve so much. Your sister, she's regretting it already. She's only 15 years old. Now, do you really enjoy doing bad things?
no, not really.
Do you plan on finishing school?
Yeah.
Is this, I mean, you hear your sister, the life that she's living, what you're living, is this really something that you want?
No.
I would hope not. And I could see it in your eyes a little bit. I want to bring your sister out because your sister really wants to talk to you. Let's bring your sister back out. Now, Dee-Dee, your sister says you're faking this, that you're just going to go back to that life. When you get back, that you really don't mean it.
You're being stupid. This life that you're living is not fun. I have to wear an ankle monitor 24/7. I can't go to anybody's house. That's not how you want to live, is it? Then why are you doing this?
Because I see you doing it.
You see me trying to change here. I don't want to go to jail again. You need to stop. You need to love your family to death, appreciate mom and everything that she's going to do and has done for you. You need to love your family, Abby. I am here for you. I'm trying to change my life. You do not want to go down the path that I've been down. I'm telling you, Abby, it's rough. It's hard. The gang isn't going to be there for you. They're just brainwashing you. Once you get in trouble, they're not going to be there for you. You see, my gang isn't there for me. I want to show you that I love you. I love you more than that gang ever will. You're not going anywhere good. You want to graduate school? What do you want to be?
Lawyer?
You can't be a lawyer running with the gang. You're not. You can't be a lawyer judging gang members. You're in a gang yourself. That's a big hypocrite. You can't, Abby.
You're starting to cry. Why are you starting to cry?
It's the truth.
What is the truth?
Everything she's saying, it's true.
Well, your mother's backstage, and this is hard for her to watch. I want to bring your mother out.
Let me tell you both something. I was 17 years old when I had your brother. It is hard. It is extremely hard to take care of him when I was young. Okay, I've told y'all over this. We have a family member at the age of 9 years old that was kidnapped, raped, and left for dead. Okay, when she finally awoke, she asked her sister, I cannot do this.
You know, I hear you just say that, but I see your daughter going to give you a hug, and you kind of brush her away. And I'm like, you know what? I understand you're working 2 jobs, and I believe me, I've been the one defending you out here. I'm saying, hey, these 2 young girls, they have a mother that busts her butt and is working. But I think when your daughters do get to spend time with you and they come to you and they need something from their mother, like a hug, I don't think you brush them off. I think you embrace your child and you give her a hug.
I love you with all I have. I love you both with everything. I don't know what else to do. I just want y'all to listen, behave, and trust my judgment because I've been there, done that. I want y'all to be my little girls. I do not want to find y'all, someone come and tell me that I have to go identify the bodies of my daughters. Just get out of all of this. I am your gang. I'm your mother. Me. I am all that you need. Is me. Okay? Please, please, Dee-Dee.
I'm ready to change, Mama. I'm ready. I'm done with everything. I'm trying to help Abby. I'm ready. We can do it together.
I love you.
I love you too. We love you, Mama.
Are y'all promise that you ain't gonna be stealing cars or nothing anymore?
I can promise you, Mother, I'm ready. I'm done.
When we get back home, everything is gonna be okay?
I promise.
I think you're going to be okay. I think maybe you're working a lot, but you got to be more involved with your daughters, and you can never deny your children a hug or whatever they need from you, Mom. You got to be there for them, and I understand it's hard being a single mother, working 2 jobs. I understand that's hard, but you got to give your daughters what they need, and you got to stay involved in their lives. And I think just with a little bit, you can change these 2 young girls' lives.